Good morning, everybody. David Vincent, Superintendent, Wiley ISD. We have some really fun, special things today. I want to start by saying, though, and reminding you, it's National Library Week. Thank you, librarians, for all that you do. Thank you, libraries, for giving us such awesome books. Today, I kind of think me and Humpty Dumpty look a little bit alike, right? Yeah. This is a book about getting back up, maybe after you didn't do or you didn't accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. It's a great reminder that the best thing we can do is keep trying. And a guy named Dan Santat, the author, wrote this, and I appreciate the opportunity to read it to you. So, after the fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. So, my name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot. I'm going to show you in a minute. It's a wall. High up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I love being close to the birds. One day I fell. I'm sort of famous for all of that, for that part. Folks call it the Great Fall. Heard that before. Which sounds a little grand, which means kind of big. It was just an accident. You know, we make a lot of those, right? But it changed my life. I wonder how it changed Humpty Dumpty's life. Oh, I forgot. Let's show you the wall. Oh, it's kind of a big wall, right? With some vines on it and a ladder. So Humpty Dumpty gets to get up on the wall. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. That's Kings County Hospital. And there is Humpty Dumpty, tying all, repaired, a little bandage on his face. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. Here's Humpty Dumpty laying on the floor because his bed's a little tall. You think maybe he's afraid of heights now? Maybe. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I guess we maybe made that conclusion, didn't we? I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. I don't know about you, boys and girls, but those cereals on top are the ones I love the most. I could eat a whole bowl full of marshmallows from Lucky Charms and not eat the rest of it. Just saying. I walk past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really miss the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it. I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. Sometimes we don't want to do things because we've failed in the past and it makes us not want to do it again. I see where Humpty Dumpty can feel that way. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it felt better than nothing. One day, an idea flew by. There he is in the ground, and it looks like a paper airplane might have just crossed his view. Making planes was harder than I thought. I think you guessed right. It was easier to get cuts and scratches. Yeah, that's him trying. That's him getting a few paper cuts. Owie, owie. But day after day I kept trying and trying. It looks like Humpty Dumpty didn't want to give up, right? It's important. Until I got it just right. Oh, I'm fixing to show you this. Look what he made. That just didn't some old paper airplane. Goodness, that's a masterpiece. I bet you can create masterpieces too. My plane was perfect and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Look at that. Humpty Dumpty found a way. Growth mindset, kids. You said maybe not now, but later, and he did. Unfortunately, accidents happen. Looks like he's scared a little bit right there, right? Let's see what happens next. They always do. What do you think has happened? That's the wall. There's the the paper bird right there, the plane. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb the wall. Boy, he's brave, isn't he? But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I think that he's terrified, and I think that he's worried about falling again, don't you? I can see why. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Oh, he's so brave. I bet you are too. Until I was no longer afraid. It looks like Humpty Dumpty made it up on top of the wall, right? I bet he's more careful. Maybe now you wouldn't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully you remember me as the egg who got back up. Look at that. It's like he could fly, isn't it? And learned to fly. Pretty cool, right? This is a picture that he's probably looking at up on top of the wall and seeing everything else. Isn't that great? On the back of the book, I wanted to show you that it says when life begins when you get back up. Kids, we're taking all kinds of tests this week. We're doing all kinds of things that might scare you. You might be thinking you're going to try out for something. It's not about the idea that that you might fail. It's the idea that you're learning things. And school's a chance not to think about the failure and the passing of things. It's trying. It's getting better. It's growing. When I was a kid, I had a lot of trouble. And when I had that trouble, it was tough for me to want to get back up and try again, but I did. And I had mamas and daddies and teachers and friends that helped me, that supported me, that made me feel better about myself. And you need to surround yourself with those people. I believe in you, and I know that you are going to get back up again because everybody's going to fall. And when you fall, just remember, your great story is about to happen, just like Humpty Dumpty. Have a great day.